Have you ever wondered how a website remembers that you are already logged in? You close the browser, open YouTube again, and somehow your account is still there. Amazon remembers your cart. Instagram remembers your feed. Websites somehow recognize you instantly. But how exactly does this happen behind the scenes? Let's understand the complete process step by step from the very beginning in the simplest way possible. First, you need to understand one important thing about websites. HTTP, which is the communication system used between your browser and websites, is naturally stateless. Stateless simply means the website does not automatically remember previous requests. Every request looks completely new to the server unless some extra information is provided. For example, imagine visiting a shop where the shopkeeper completely forgets who you are every 5 seconds. You say, "I want to buy this laptop." Then after a few seconds, he again asks, "Who are you?" That is basically how websites behave by default. So websites needed a way to remember users between requests. This is exactly why cookies were created. Now let's see exactly what happens technically when you log into a website. Suppose you open YouTube and enter your username and password. Your browser sends this information to YouTube's server. The server checks the credentials. If they are correct, the server now needs a way to remember you for future requests. Instead of asking for your password on every single page, the server creates a unique identifier for your session. This identifier could look something like this. Session ID equals X7A91BC22KLM. This value is usually random and unique. It acts like a temporary ID card for your session. The server then sends this information back to your browser using something called the set cookie header inside the HTTP response. The response from the server may look something like this. Set cookie, session ID equals X7A91BC22KLM, expires equals WED 20 May 2026, secure HTTP only. Your browser receives this response and stores the cookie locally on your device. Depending on the browser, cookies may be stored inside browser databases or special storage files. Now, here comes the important part. Every time you visit YouTube again, your browser automatically attaches that cookie to future requests without asking you. The request may look something like this. Cookie session ID equals X7A91BC22KLM. When YouTube's server receives this cookie, it checks its own database and sees X7A91BC22KLM maps to Surya's account session. Now the server recognizes you instantly. It knows which account belongs to that session ID, what your preferences are, which videos you watched, and whether you are logged in or not. That is how websites remember you. The cookie itself usually does not contain your entire account details or password. Most websites only store a unique identifier inside the cookie. The real information stays securely on the server database. The cookie simply acts like a reference or ID card pointing to your session data on the server. Now let's understand how cookies actually look. Cookies are usually just simple text-based key-value pairs. For example, username equals Surya, theme equals dark, language equals N, cart items equals 4, session ID equals X7A91BC22KLM. Each cookie has a name and a value. Name equals session ID, value equals X7A91BC22KLM. Websites can store multiple cookies inside your browser. Some are temporary and disappear when you close the browser. These are called session cookies. Others remain for days, months, or even years. These are called persistent cookies. For example, when you check Remember Me during login, the website creates a persistent cookie with a longer expiration time, so you stay logged in even after restarting the browser. Cookies also contain additional properties that control security and behavior. For example, secure means the cookie is only sent over HTTPS, and HTTP only means JavaScript cannot access the cookie. Expires tells the browser when to delete the cookie, and same site controls cross-site sharing behavior. Now let's understand something even more interesting: tracking cookies. Suppose you visit an online shopping website and search for shoes. That website may include advertisements from another company like an ad network. That ad company can also place its own cookie inside your browser. Later, when you visit another website using the same ad network, the advertiser reads the same cookie again and realizes this user searched for shoes earlier. Now they start showing shoe advertisements everywhere. This is called third-party tracking using cookies. This is why ads seem to follow you across the internet. This also explains those cookie consent pop-ups you constantly see today. Privacy laws like GDPR require websites to ask permission before storing certain tracking cookies. Now, an important question: are cookies dangerous? Usually, cookies themselves are not viruses or malware. They are mostly plain text data. But if an attacker steals important cookies like session cookies, they may impersonate your login session without needing your password. This is called session hijacking. That is why websites use security protections like HTTPS, secure cookies, and HTTP-only flags. You can also see cookies yourself inside the browser. In Chrome, open any website, press F12, go to the Application tab, then open the Cookies section. You will actually see real cookies stored by websites, including session IDs, preferences, tracking identifiers, and more. Without cookies, modern websites would feel extremely broken. You would constantly get logged out, shopping carts would disappear, preferences would reset, and websites would treat you like a brand new visitor after every click. Cookies are one of the small, invisible technologies quietly powering most of the modern internet. Thanks for watching the video. You can reach us through Instagram and Telegram for mock interview scheduling and network interview guidance. Happy learning!